goal, my goal, and I hope that I can infuse your lives with a little bit of the same goal, is to live happier and healthier and stay healthy, fit, and young in this modern world. Now, when you look at the world as a whole, it is extremely advanced right now. There's a lot of technology. It's exciting times to be alive. But the further advanced we get with technology, it seems the further away we're getting from nature and the more disease that's coming on. I know in my family and in my friends and in my world, I know people who have heart disease. I know people who have cancer. I know a lot of people that have diabetes. And I'm not okay with it. And I really, really, really have studied health on a quest as a truth seeker for a long time, my entire adult life, 20 plus years now. And I have been traveling all over the world and studying food as medicine. And I've been learning to speak languages like French and German, living in Europe to really understand how the grandmothers are healing their grandkids. How are people really getting better in these indigenous cultures, even in China and Turkey and in the Middle East? And I found that there's a lot of similar things happening in Greece, happening in France, happening in Germany, happening all over the world when it comes to healing. And it all has to do with Mother Nature herself. So we live in this busy world. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a mom, and I want to stay healthy, fit, and young. And I want you to, too. So this episode is all about planning and prep, because that's been the number one key for me to stay healthy and fit in this modern world. If I don't plan my day, I am grumpy, I am feeling scratchy and grouchy, I'm not a good mom, I can't keep my head straight to respond to my emails and all the things that are happening in my work and business world. I can't be a good friend, I can't be a good sister, I can't be a good daughter, I can't be a good person in society because my blood sugar is plummeting. I am going to get hungry. It's inevitable. We're all going to get hungry. We all need to eat. And if I don't have what I need to fuel this machine, then I'm out of luck. And then I suffer, my health suffers, my family suffers, my business suffers, everything falls apart. But we don't think about this. Well, some of you might be thinking about it. Great for you. But most people aren't. And they're just grabbing for the Starbucks. Nothing against Starbucks. Lots of good options at Starbucks. But they're just grabbing the latte. Coffee and milk. How many of my friends are living on coffee and milk? How many of your friends are living on lattes? Skim milk lattes or mochas. You know, yeah, they taste good. I'll be the first to admit. But if you continue to live on mochas and cafe lattes, you're gonna ruin your adrenals. You're gonna become a hot mess. You're not gonna age well, and you're gonna be like highs and lows emotionally all over the place. So the punchline here is really planning and prep, because when I leave the house in the morning, I either need to know where I'm gonna get my food, or I need to have it with me. And people do. They make fun of me. They say, Jennifer, here she comes to the fridge, because I usually have a 3-course meal in the back seat. Almost 100% of the time. Now, over the years, I've kind of lightened up a little because I find that I need less to function better. But I want to help share some of the really time-saving tricks and tools that I use, because I've lived in areas of the world where there aren't healthy options. And for the majority of this country and a lot of places in the world, it's hard to find healthy food. Now, healthy food could just be a salad, right? But I feel hungry if I just eat salad. I do. And I'm not someone that's eating chicken or meat as a protein source. I'm also not eating cheese. So if I don't have something more substantial than just lettuce leaves, I'm going to find myself back in that cadre, that little corner of, needing to grab for something. And that could be a sandwich, right? Ooh, bad news. That could be a donut. Ooh, really bad news. That could be a wrap. Not the best. But there are variations. So one thing I want to say right out of the gate is that everyone is somewhere on their path, and there is no place better than right where you are. And today we're really going to talk about some healthier options that you might be able to find. Because my path over the last 20 years has been quite a long one. I mean, I started on my health journey substituting white flour for wheat flour. Well, now I don't eat flour. But that's one step on the journey. And that's all that I would ever ask of you, is to take one step on your journey towards a happier, healthier you, so that you can be in service of humanity. You can be in service of your life and your family and your business or whatever it is you're up to in life. So planning and prep is what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to make this simple for you once and for all. I'm going to teach you the tips, tricks, and secrets in this show that I've refined over the last 20 years to make it really simple for you. For the majority of my life, I've lived in locations that did not have access to healthy food outside of the supermarket. And so if I were to go out any day of the week for longer than about 45 minutes, I definitely needed to plan my day and grab some food. I always have a cooler in the car, and I always plan 20 minutes before I leave the house to prepare something. Now, if I'm in a real pinch, I just grab some soaked and dehydrated nuts or seeds and throw those in the car. I have some amazing recipes that are to die for to make those nuts and seeds exciting and delicious. But honestly, what you really need is something green. You need fresh fruits and vegetables in order to fuel your body throughout the day. So you want to have things that are going to be easy. Like if you're driving, if you're a mom, or if your work requires you to drive, you really want to have little, pre-cut vegetables that you can just grab and go, hand sanitizer or hand wipes so that you're ready to go with that, plenty of napkins for messy car situations. Also kids on the go, they need fuel. How many times have you forgot to bring water with you? I mean, that's a bare minimum. You've got to have water with you, and that water's got to be good quality. You need to be sure that you've got some basics covered. Now, if you're one of those people, like a lot of people that I know, including myself, that work 40, 60, 80 hours a week, you need to really run a tight ship. You probably think you are running one already, but unless you're getting your food that's organic delivered to you, you're losing out, because your energy could be 30, 40, 50% higher. You could be 50% more productive if you just got your nutrition right. And that's going to take a little bit of planning and prep, but you won't believe how much easier it makes your life long term. Struggling with this, ups and downs, it is no fun. And when I mean ups and downs, like what do I buy at the grocery store? When do I prep it? It's so easy. You just have yourself and your things ready to go. So whether you live in a hot or a cold climate, you always need to make sure that your bag is staying cool. So I travel with a cooler, a light one that's well designed. I tend to have to replace them every so often because, spills and things like that. So you want to get a nice cooler, or have a bag that has cooler bags in it. But I'll tell you, only plastic will work. Paper will really disintegrate with all that moisture. So a cooler is a must-have for your car and your life, even if you're just taking it to work with you. The cooler really shouldn't be that encumbrant. It shouldn't be too large, so it's easy for you to carry. Inside that cooler should be either stainless steel or ideally glass jars or glass containers for you to take your food with you. You don't want to ideally you don't want to be using plastic containers. Now, plastic is much lighter, so if you're dealing with a back issue or a shoulder issue or a hip issue or a knee issue, carrying glass around can really be a problem. So in that case, of course, BPA-free plastic is acceptable. But if you can manage it, stainless steel would be my next favorite option for really good quality, classic containers, which are used all throughout India as part of their famous tiffin boxes. And glass. Glass is really my favorite option. Glass with plastic tops are usually what you can find. There are some more innovative things coming out that hopefully we can find more easily, because I'll tell you, I've searched high and low for a lot of these glass jars with wood tops. They're hard to come by and definitely not leak-free. Plenty of room to go in the industry for that product. But it's really important to have a great cooler. It's great to have leak-free cooler packs or ice, but that can be a little messy and wet, of course. It's really important to be sure that you're using either glass or stainless steel to-go containers. If you don't take this approach of taking your food with you, you are going to be grabbing and go out and about. Now, there are some fantastic options which we are going to explore with you You can go to pretty much any restaurant and find something healthy. I guarantee it. There's certain things we need to watch out for, and we're going to talk a lot about what those things are. But you got to know where to go. I think one of the biggest problems when you're out and about is finding organic food, first and foremost. And after that, there's a whole slew of things we need to pay attention to. But if you don't have an organic go-to in your community, you really should be taking this seriously. Things have gotten out of control, guys. Genetically modified foods, pesticides, herbicides, fungicides. It is out of control. We have got to take responsibility back. We've got to take our health in our own hand. And the best way to do that is to be prepared. That means no matter what happens, your blood sugar is stable. You're happy, you're in a good mood because your body has the fuel that it needs. And you're going to live a long and healthy life. The likelihood of you experiencing these serious issues that are afflicting the majority of society, whether it's the United States or abroad, cancer, heart disease, diabetes, obesity, chances are those are not coming your way when you live a healthy lifestyle, when you live a plant-based lifestyle. And that's what this show is all about.